Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 115 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's now Saturday evening. We had left off earlier in the day. Micah finally finished that 5th book, so he's got that done. He needs to have a little bit of fun. So we may as well have him publish some books because he can. So we're going to sell to publisher. I'm just checking to see if he has any bestsellers here. Well, he has a couple. So we're going to at least do all of the ones that are excellent, because we may as well work on that next tier. His empathy is almost ready for him to be able to age up. It's just shy. I sent him off volunteering once too while the kids, and he didn't have to go to Scouts today. I think because I had that excuse, and I'm going to submit one of those bestsellers to the Literary Digest. But it doesn't really matter. We've got the tier we needed to get done for him. So I'm just working on the next one. Oh, and he became a bit of a celebrity. I didn't really actually realize that. And so he got nominated. Check out. But that would be the next week because this is after 7 at this time. So what I'm going to do is we are going to take everyone to the park so that Antonia and Antonio can maybe meet. I have them on the Rambunctious Scout. I figure I'll put them over to social. Oh, they haven't even started anything on their social, or she hasn't started on social. Has he? Well, we'll go to the park and hopefully meet some people. I don't want to meet kids to start with because I would prefer that to be ready. But let's actually see. Are they ready to become, where are they? They're right there. Are they BFFs with each other? We can check here. No, they're just good friends. They're not BFFs. So can we become BFFs? That's the big question. Not showing it here. So, because it would be nice if we could just that the kids are only going to be at the park for so long. Like children are only going to be at the park for so long. So they're not going to actually count for that very well. So, and she's level 8. Good. Discuss interests. Now, Clark, and the reason I also want to go to the park, because it's just easier, he needs to finish his last part of his scout badge, and he now has his emotional control. So unless I decide I want to get his empathy up, which would mean sending him doing a lot of volunteering, we could age him up and get him and Evie married. I'll think about that. I might just send him to do. We'll see. I'll see what my whim is as it comes along. So we're gonna just keep on working on their trying to become better friends, so that we can become best friends with they can become best friends with each other. Let's see. Friendly, ask for typing tips, and discuss fractions, I suppose. Now, can they become BFFs yet? Nope. Ask about day. Talk about grilled cheese. Anything. I guess maybe we'll just take them to the park and let them do some cloud gazing, because that might just get them boosted that little bit more that we need to. Or stargazing, given how late it is. There may not be any kids there anyways. We don't need them to meet kids. What we really need them to do is just meet people. And we'd have to go back to the park to try and meet. Or we can do our usual, invite some kids over for them to become friends with kids that we just invite over to the house. So I'm going to take them off to the park. I'll be back when they get there. So we're here at the park. So the first thing I'm going to do is have Clark go over here and look for frogs. A number of frogs. And he's got a full queue from reacting. We're going to get rid of some of these. Keep having him look for frogs. There we go. Because that will help him get his scout badge. And I'll probably have the kids do that too. But to start with, what I want them to do is cloud gaze. Or stargaze. I may have missed it because I was thinking of... they could become best friends forever already. I just saw that as I went back. I thought I saw that. We don't need them to do that. We can just have them become BFFs. Okay, so what do we want to work on? Let's see. We're going to raise our empathy and lower manners. So now what he needs to do is he needs to do some things that will help his manners. Do we know her? No. Friendly introduction will help his manners. That is a good thing. So we're going to brighten day also, and I'm looking for something to compliment because complimenting also helps. Let's see. I'm not seeing complimenting anything. Heartfelt compliment. That's what we want. Now, do we know this little girl? Nope. So we're going to do a friendly introduction to her too. Because that will, like I said, just friendly introductions will, and he's already back. He's got it. It didn't get his empathy. It almost got his empathy. Really, really close. But anyways, so you need to come over here and introduce yourself. Is there anyone here that's not a child? Because I actually don't want to meet children yet. I want to meet children later. Well, we can introduce ourselves to Yuki because she's a teen, and teens don't count for any of this. They'll count, and you can come here. They'll count for introducing yourselves to new Sims, but they won't count for adults or children. They don't count for either category when you're trying to complete this aspiration. So come over here, and why don't we sometimes I find just talking to people you already know counts as meeting Sims somehow. So let's see, unless it just was counting it already. Did you get over here? So heartfelt compliment. So you've met Sims, and why don't we do a friendly introduction? There's another teen you can do a friendly introduction to. Oh, and I think... Oh, he's a teen. We got lots of teens here. So you're going to come here and go do a friendly introduction, and even though he's a meanie, we're going to do a friendly introduction to him too. He's evil. I know, he's not mean. He's evil. Malcolm. No, is that right? Is it Malcolm? No, I don't know that Malcolm. I get confused between... No, that is Malcolm. Jeffrey is the dad. I don't know how I get confused. Those two names are quite different. So let's see. We're going to view badge progress because I want to see where he is, if he's got enough to get that badge. Yes, he does. So he has got that himself. So he's got everything. We just need to collect it, obviously. But we may as well just send him over here. We're going to send him doing some volunteering. And we may as well have both him and Micah go. Off you go. You can volunteer at a nursing home. There you go. Bye-bye. Go do something useful. Have you got your... You still need to meet 2 more Sims. Yeah, she's the... I think Callie is the one who's a kleptomaniac. So, do we have anybody here who's not? Oh, teens are good. Teens we like. We just don't want to introduce ourselves to non-teens. So, you still haven't done any of these. Come on. Maybe we'll concentrate. Oh, you got one of those. Good. And then everybody reset. So, heartfelt compliment. And let's try this again since that would have gone away because it would have been reset. So, we're going to do a friendly introduction. No, it's the wrong Sim. They look even more similar. We're going to change your outfit, sweetheart, because I can't tell you apart from your brother. It wouldn't matter whether it was your brother or not. You look pretty similar with the scout outfit on. So I don't want to ask. So I'm on the wrong. I want you to actually change your outfit. So I'm not clicking. Where are you? You need to be here. We need to change your outfit. I'm going to change you into... Is it hot? I don't think it's hot. I think it's just, it's warm. So have you introduced yourselves to Malcolm? No, you haven't. So you're going to introduce yourself to Malcolm and to Dwayne. And you may as well change your outfit too once you're finished doing this introduction. There we go. Can we do that? So we can get this meet new Sims? Because then we can start meeting the kids and stuff here because... I see some kids here, so we may as well introduce ourselves. You just need to get that done. He's a bro and a goofball. And because we'd already made BFFs, we don't need to do that. So come over here and now introduce yourself. Oh, you already know her. Oh, that's too bad. And you know her too. You'd have to actually become friends with her, which is not really what I wanted. I wanted it like just in an introduction to become friends. Where's that Callie? Even though she's a kleptomaniac, I don't mind meeting her here. We just can't invite her home because she'll steal something. There we go. Try over here and become friends with her. Everybody here we know. And why don't you... Now, I've edited this to add showers to this lot. And I did that because I have a pool. And I find a lot of times when you have pools, there's, like in real life, there is usually a shower around because pools have chlorine and you need to rinse off. Or they actually usually ask you to shower before you go in. So I added showers to the lot. That's just what I did. So are you still chatting over here? And you haven't come done? Maybe I was concentrating on Antonio. So why don't you come here and do a friendly introduction to Callie? And what do you want to do with him? You want to stargaze? Well, we may do that at some point. So we'll pin that for now. And I think we already knew her. We'll do a heartfelt compliment. And see, this save has a lot of Sims who have bad relationships. So we can actually work on that. Whereas I have another save. And even though I'm like 3 generations in, I still don't seem to have Sims that are have bad relationships with anyone else, unfortunately. So she got one of those friends, one of those becoming friends, and why did you not go? Okay, off you go. Since you didn't go volunteer, or just go on your own because Clark went on his own. So you're gonna volunteer at nursing home too. There you go. So we're going to concentrate here. We can build a sand sculpture. I would think that might help them with their friendship. We'll see whether it does anything for it. Oh, well, there's an adult, I'm guessing. Dressed funny, but whatever. We're going to do a friendly introduction. Since we're here. And I was about to say, don't bother with that. Just come here and do a friendly introduction. Okay, so we're going to play the game, which I don't find always works out, but we're going to do it anyways. He got a bit bored. Oh, this was the better one I liked, but the Sim was enthusiastic about sharing stories with Clark. It seemed like Clark really brightened the Elder's day. So that was, to me, that's the part. She gets bored, but, it gets empathy. Sometimes they beat them. What are you doing? I thought I said not to. And you're too busy talking. Come over here and chat with this person. And you never became friends with Callie. Okay, can you do that friendly introduction? Like, I think I've asked you, I don't know how many times to do. Oh, these are quite the outfits, I have to say. Did you become friends with an adult? No, you haven't become friends with an adult. And this is a teen, so we don't need to bother. Let's try this again. Friendly introduction. Antonio introduced himself. Antonia did not. They're really not listening to me. Can we get that? Tick. Why did you not become friends? Oh, you did. It was just delayed. Actually, this is making me think of traits because she has the incredibly friendly trait. And I realize that Jasmine, because she was a teen, I don't bother getting the shameless trait for my teens because teens can't die of embarrassment, but young adults and up can. So she does not yet have that trait. And she also doesn't have frugal. So I'm going to get her frugal to help us with our bills because you may as well get that. And shameless is the other one I want to get for her in particular. And the other 2 teens aren't here because they could get frugal too if they had enough points because that will just help us with our bills because it is Sunday. And I'm just going to have them stay here until the others 2 get. I don't know if it would interfere with their volunteering if we were to leave here. So I don't really want to go. But since we're here and they've done, there's no one else that I can see really because of the time of day, I think. We're going to come over here and have them also look for frogs. And since we're looking for frogs, why don't you actually go somewhere else, Lacey? Because this is a good spot for the kids to look for frogs. You want to go fishing? You can go over here. So she got her upgraded fixing and upgraded. She upgraded objects, so then things broke down afterwards. So if I had just been patient and waited, she could have just fixed things, which she ended up fixing anyway. So she's at 9 of 10 of her logic, so she's actually pretty close on that. So let's check her on the angling ace aspiration, which she needs to catch fish. So she's good over there. And, you know, while we're on him, why don't we check him on the angling ace? And he has to also catch fish, so you can go fishing here also. And you know what, Jasmine? You may as well do the same thing, just so that you're not in our way. Why don't you fish here first? And then come over here. And go fishing. There you go. And I actually want you to hunt for frogs, even though fishing also works, but it's like the first fishing works. The second fishing doesn't. Well, sorry. If you just fish for hours and hours, it doesn't make a difference. It's like you got to cancel the fishing. So I'd rather just have them look for frogs. It's easier because each time they look for frog, it counts towards their outdoor adventurer badge. And since we came all the way to the park for this, we may as well do this. What are you doing? Okay, we're going to confess the accident. Yay, he learned some gardening tips. That's the good outcome. Sometimes the elder will start crying. Okay, you're moving. You didn't like that in there. Can you go somewhere else? I don't know why you can't. Why do you have to go where he was? There is a spot right here where I actually asked you to look for frogs. Okay, come over here and look for frogs here. Let's try that. And then actually, why don't you do a friendly introduction to this person? Since I just happened to, out of the corner of my eye, notice that there is another sim there. They seem to want to go in the same place. I'm not going to actually have Jasmine move yet because they're here because of her. And Micah is now ready. We're ready to age him up. Everything is where he needs it to be. He's got his first 2 tiers of his aspiration. He has his A. And so we're good to go. He can have a birthday. And let's see, Clark. Well, it depends on if I want him to get his empathy up. He's got everything else that he needs. So I could either spam having him go volunteering or not. So let's check and see whether she got, we'll view the badge progress to see if she got enough. She needs 1 more here, so we're going to look for frogs. And she's got that ready. And you know what? That's true. I don't think I got that for him, so I would say we don't. He hasn't finished. So you're going to come here and do a friendly introduction. I'll just do a couple of them. I don't really care who. You just introduce yourself to someone. Nicholas caught a rose. So lots of people, all these fans here. And did you get that? Because I think part of the issue, you're busy talking. Did you at least get... You did become friends with 2 adults. Okay, so you're going to look for frogs. Just look here. Look here where I told you. Look here. Over here, Antonio. Or you could make Clark leave. Because both those kids want to do it over there. I don't really understand why they have to be there versus any other location. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Maybe he hasn't. Oh, you know what? I've done that. Maybe I just missed it. I'm going to view badge progress. He is complete. So he's all done with that. His sociability, yeah, whatever. So we're good. We're good. We got what we needed here. He's become friends with 2 adults. He never became friends with any kids over here, but we'll have to invite some kids over to our place. That'll be fine. And we're going to take them home. And I may as well for now just keep sending Clark volunteering. If he can get it in a couple of volunteers, like 2 or 3, then I will do it because it doesn't take that long. And then we'll have maybe a birthday for both Micah and Clark at the same time in the next part. I'm not really sure, but we're not quite there yet. Let's go back home and I'll see you when they get there. Well, they're home. I sent Clark volunteering, I decided to keep Micah out of the way and to stop him from asking questions. I would start him writing a book because we'll age him up in the next part. And we're gonna confess it and see. Good, he got gardening tips. Very good. So I have Antonio. I didn't realize he was so close. Somehow when I came home, it said that he had practiced typing for 4 hours. So I'll take it. So he needs to make it across the monkey bars 3 times. Antonia is only at 1 of the 4 hours. So I have her there. I see the sparking over there. It looks like the radio there is broken. So I'll have to get it fixed. And they're kind of just doing their things. I will have Clark go volunteering. I'm going to have little Antonio probably do some typing, play the typing game just to have him work on the rambunctious scamp aspiration. And he did not make it across, so I'm going to have him do that again before he goes and makes that mess. He made a mess when we came home too. He started making a mess. I stopped him. But I'm going to end this part here. We are going to have a birthday for Micah in the next part. We will see whether we do the same with Clark. I would like to have them have their birthdays essentially at the same time because then they can't mess each other up if they go ask each other for advice. And with the kids, it's fine because you can teach them lots of things, so it doesn't really matter. So it's not a big deal them being around as young adults when we only have children or toddlers in the house. But that's going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!